MEPS posted the official announcement for the bonus week. Let's talk about it. Hello heroes and villains, welcome to Multiverse. So this week from Thursday, March 2nd, 2023, all the way through Wednesday, March 8th, 2023, all players will enjoy double source marks when completing episode content across the entire game. So whenever you earn source marks, you should get double that amount. And there's going to be also a 30% discount on gear from the Tempest Huguenot. For those who maybe do not know, the Tempest Huguenot is the big guy smack in the middle of the House of Legends. He's right in front of the teleporter. If you're wondering, like the big machine behind the big guy that has all the earths into it, that's pretty much a teleporter that can take you to all the open worlds. And the guy in front of that is the Tempest Huguenot. And this week, the gear sold by the Tempest Huguenot will have a 30% discount. If you ever reach a point in the game where you're not sure which gear you should purchase next, go see the Tempest Huguenot. It will suggest to you what is probably the best gear for your character at that point. And I should mention, you have to wait until Thursday morning after the daily restart. And basically, sometimes some of you guys will all log in very early, and then you'll send me messages, Multiverse, I don't have the bonus week. Why is that? It's because you've logged in too early. You have to wait until Thursday morning after the daily server restart. And I wanted to take a second or two to talk about episode 45, Shock to the System. Some of you guys have been asking when we'll get the next episode. Some of you guys are very disappointed that we don't have the next episode just yet. But we have known for some time that we will not get the next episode until spring 2023. And spring 2023 starts March 21st, 2023. So obviously we are not going to get the episode until end of March at the earliest, and even then we don't have the episode on the test server just yet. And normally we need to have the episode at least 2 weeks on the test server, and these days I would say that we'll probably need an extra week or two. So I would not expect the next DLC until mid-April, maybe even end of April. Now, how could I possibly know that? No, I do not have any insider information. Maps doesn't give me any secret info. It's just basically I've been playing this game for quite some time. I've seen how long it takes them to come up with a DLC and how long it takes them to test a DLC. And we've known for some time that the devs have been struggling, at least for a while. At least since Jackster left with a whole bunch of devs, it did make things a lot more difficult than they usually are. So at the very least, I would expect them to need to have the DLC on the test server for at least 2 if not 3 weeks, maybe a bit more. So seeing how we don't have the DLC on the test server just yet, I would say do not expect the DLC to be on the live server until mid-April. Also, this is sort of my ways to try to manage your expectations. If you expect the DLC for mid-April, maybe even end of April, and then we get it the first week of April, you're going to be very happy. If you expect the DLC March 21st and we get it end of April, odds are you will be very angry. So I would strongly suggest expect the DLC for later, for like end of April, and if we get it before that, even better. Everyone will do the happy dance and will be super happy. It's a very simple trick I've learned a long time ago to manage expectations. Also, it's something I've learned to use whenever I would make a schedule. Whenever I would make a schedule for something, I would add a whole bunch of extra time, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks extra at the end of my schedule. That way, if some unexpected events happened, it would already be calculated in my schedule. Very often when we see some delays happening and some people missing out on their deadlines, usually the first thing they'll say is something along the line that, oh, something unexpected happened. You can actually expect the unexpected. Yeah, you do. So you can assign some time in case something wrong happens. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what will happen. But you do know that something wrong might happen. So usually you plan some time in your schedule in case the unexpected happen. Yeah, the first time something unexpected happens and you don't plan for it, okay, it happens. The second time, yeah, maybe. But the third time something unexpected happens and you still did not plan it in your schedule, by then it's your fault. At some point you have to learn to plan for the unexpected. Yeah, you don't know what's gonna happen, but you do know that something unexpected can happen. So you have to plan it in your schedule. I know it may sound a bit weird, but once you start working on the big projects, you have to plan for things going wrong because sadly, very often things will go wrong. So you have to make sure that you do have some time assigned in your schedule for when things do go wrong. So when the unexpected do happen, you do have some time set aside, especially for that. And once you do know that, it is something you can apply in everything in your life. Like here, we do know that episode 45, Shock to the System, will be available spring 2023. Like, if all goes well, we'll get it the early spring 2023. Maybe we'll get it spring 21st, 2023. But odds are, it will be a bit later than that. Again, we don't have it on the test server just yet. So that means at least 2-3 weeks before we actually do get the DLC on the live server. And again, things might go wrong. Something unexpected might happen. Maybe the maps might need to go on a vacation and they cannot find someone to replace maps for that time. So you have to assign some extra time in case something wrongs happen. So they do mention spring 2023. Optimistically, it could be the first week of spring 2023, but odds are it might be more like mid-April, end of April, heck, maybe even as far as early May. We don't know just yet, but it's not because we do not know that we cannot plan for it. It's like we can plan for things to go wrong and then adjust our expectations accordingly. Heck, for all we know, maybe we'll get to the next DLC end of May. We're gonna have to wait and see, but if we already plan for it to launch end of May and it launches before that, then life will be good and we will do the happy dance. And one last thing that we should probably talk about. Every week people are asking when we will get the double artifact XP. We do not know just yet. Normally we get the double artifact XP not long before the next DLC. Sometimes we'll get it a week before the next DLC, sometimes 2 weeks before the next DLC. So we do know that we will get it not too long before the next DLC. So we do know at this point in time that at the earliest we will get the next DLC end of March. So at the earliest we might get the double artifact XP mid-March. But again, I would guess if we get the double artifact XP, it will probably be end of March, early April. We don't know for sure. At this point, we will have to wait and see when do we get the double artifact XP. But at this point, it's pretty sure that we will not get it before the end of March. So expect the double artifact XP end of March at the earliest. It could go as far as April for all we know. If we do get it before that, even better. We will all do the happy dance. But if you don't want to be angry every week that when we get the double, the bonus week, we don't get the double artifact XP, expect the double artifact XP at the earliest end of March. That way, you're not going to be disappointed whenever maps post the bonus week every week. So as soon as we do get an official date for the double artifact XP, and as soon as we do get an official date for episode 45, Shock to the System, I will let you guys know about it.